Hello and welcome to the first ever English at Penrice revision video. Subscribe to the channel for lots more videos to support your revision for your GCSE, literature and language. Today we're going to have a look at language paper 1 and we're just going to be going through a brief overview of what to expect from the paper and the questions on it. When you sit down for your paper, you're going to be given two booklets. The one on the left is your question paper. It will contain the questions from section A and section B, and it's where you'll write your answers. The booklet on the right is your insert booklet, and this is where you'll find the source. For paper 1, there's just one source in the insert booklet. It's a fiction source. It might be taken from a short story or a novel, but you'll always be given a little bit of information about that, along with a little bit of information about the content of the source at a box at the top. Do read that information. It's important to support your understanding of the source as you read and answer questions on it. There are two sections on this paper. Section A is the reading section and section B is the writing section. You're going to be advised to spend about 45 minutes on each. There are 4 questions on section A and 2 options on section B, and you'll respond to one of them. Let's start having a look at the section A questions. Question 1 is a straightforward test of your understanding of explicit information in the source. You're asked to read some very specific lines, so make sure you know which lines to take the information from, and you are asked to list 4 things. You might be asked to list 4 things about a character or a setting or an event, perhaps. Question 2 is the language question. The little extract from the source that you're required to answer on will be taken out and put underneath this question so that you can annotate around it before you begin. Again, you'll be asked to look at some very specific lines from the source, and you'll be asked to look at how the writer uses language to convey some specific ideas. Again, those ideas might be about a character, about a setting, about tension. A huge amount of things could be focused on in this question. So read the question focus first, then annotate with some ideas about the language methods used by the writer before starting your answer. Question 3 is the structure question. For this question, you will be looking at the whole of the source. You're going to be asked how the source is structured to interest you as a reader. The exam board are looking for you to explore key structural features such as the beginning, a switch in focus or the ending, and they're going to be looking for your analysis of the effect of those structural features as well. In terms of effect, we could be looking at what the reader's learning about a character or about an event, or the mood and the atmosphere that's being created. It's important to try to make links between the structural features as well, between the different parts of the source for this question. Question 4, this is the 20-mark question, the longest answer that you should be giving on this section A. It's an evaluation question. You'll always be given a statement, and usually the statement is made up of more than one part, so you've got lots of things to respond to. You'll be asked to what extent do you agree with the statement. So it's really important to understand the statement and to form your own opinion on it before you begin writing. For this question, as you can see, the second bullet point asks you to evaluate how the writer conveys their ideas as well. You need to be looking at the methods they're using, the techniques they're using to support your response to the statement. You could be considering language techniques, structural features, or tone to help you with that bullet point. On to section B. As I mentioned previously, there's 2 options on this section. One of them will provide you with the picture stimulus. You will only respond to one of the questions. You could be asked to write a description, a short story, the beginning of a story, and sometimes the exam board will ask you to write a description for both options, so don't always expect one description and one narrative. Read the options carefully before beginning. This is a 40-mark question, so you should be starting with a plan, then writing, and then giving yourself some time to proofread for this question. That was an overview of your English Language Paper 1. For more revision videos for language and literature, subscribe to the English at Penrice YouTube channel.